Hello, YouTube. Hello, Rumble. I am on Rumble again, by the way. Texas Kirby 1776. The whoop ass has arrived. That's some boys I wouldn't want to face down. I don't want to face my brother down. He was Army. Let alone hell dogs, war dogs, whatever you want to call them. From 29 Palms. That's going to be the target they're aiming for. I guarantee you, if it got down to where bodily injury starts happening to any of them, I mean bodily injury of any kind, they ain't going to take that very lightly. I don't even think Trump could back them off. They're going to ask, hey, is it game on? Is it go time to do some really serious whoop ass? Trump probably would look at him and say, they brought it on themselves. Go for it. I don't know if I want to be in that target right there of them. I don't care if it's rubber bullets or what. Them boys out there, they train for war. You little weakling computer keyboard warrior wannabe gangsters, Mexican douchebags, whatever, y'all little left-wing liberal douchebags that are being funded by the people. What's going to happen when the money runs out? What's going to happen? Are you going to be able to spend that money from prison? No, you're not. You think they're going to come bail you out? No, they're not. Those people that are funding you, they have one agenda. One agenda is to get communism, socialism, and Marxism, and all this stuff, and to take over the United States, destabilize the United States. We're praying for the best of the best to step up. And if it means sending in the war dogs, the Latinx, the hellhounds, whatever you want to call them, whatever name you want to, I'm telling you, I say send them in. Navy SEAL wants to play, send them in. Green Beret wants to play, send them in. Let them play. Guarantee you, if all them boys stand together, and those boys are the boys that you don't ever want to see in your nightmares, let alone in broad daylight. I'm telling you what, if they want to make your life a living hell, they will. You keep saying you're going to dox these people and do all this stuff, and you don't think what we, the American people, won't protect their families? We won't stand up for their families, the law enforcement families. You know, I'm for accountability when it comes to law enforcement, but right now I say all bets are off. No. If law enforcement does excessive force and whoops your ass because you're doing something stupid, no crying about it, because you're the one that got them in that position. And if they use that as a target and you're not here anymore, don't cry about it. Because if you pull one and you pop off some fireworks at them and they so happen to unalive you, I don't have any qualms about it anymore. I really don't. Yes, I want my constitutional rights and my freedom. I want them to respect my constitutional rights and freedom. But you have stepped beyond that line. That line has become crossed, and you are now a target. I guarantee you, whatever it takes, those little four-wheelers and motorbikes and then all that stuff that you're riding around on, I'll tell you what, there's one way to take those things out. Shoot the engine block. Guarantee you. And the cars the same way. You're doing these street takeovers and all that, those engine blocks can be blown. I guarantee you, if they start doing that, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world to see that. Because with the street takeovers, you got criminals, drug dealers, and all this domestic terrorism going along with it. The LA riots, the Houston riots, Atlanta, and everywhere else where you're rioting and looting. The American people are waiting on one thing. Where law enforcement says, you know, we can't handle it ourselves, and they call on the American people. I guarantee you, we're not showing up with pepper balls. We're showing up with big 12s, 9s, AR, whatever we can show up with. I guarantee you, you won't like the results of that. You try to loot and steal out of these stores, we're waiting for the governor to say, protect your property at all costs, by any means necessary. And this goes out to Governor Abbott. If it comes down to it, Governor Abbott, I hope that you allow the American people to stand up and defend their property, business property, home property, cars, whatever, their property. I hope you turn these law enforcement people that would arrest a law-abiding citizen defending his property. Hope you turn them away and say, no, don't prosecute them. As for Governor Abbott, I hope you allow the American people to do what the Second Amendment exactly says. It says the right to self-defense. Self-defense of your property, self-defense of your family, your friends, and your dogs, and your community. Governor Abbott, I hope you allow us to do that. We will choose nonviolence until violence is brought. Paintballs? Hey, I say buy all the paintball guns you can and all the paintball ammunition you can. Paintball the crap out of it. As for the overpass, if they're throwing rocks off the overpass, well, patriots, pick up those paintball guns, start paintballing them down the road. And if they pull out the lead, well, we pull out lead too. Because I guarantee you, the American people are sick of this. And as for Governor Abbott, I hope you make marijuana legal. I'm actually advocating for that. Hemp, marijuana, all this medicinal stuff. Get away from Big Pharma, Abbott. Big Pharma has been poisoning us with opioids and all these chemicals for far too long. And you know what bill I'm talking about, Abbott. We are not going to stand for it because we want, just like Colorado and a bunch of other places, we want it legal. But we also want our constitutional rights and our freedom legal. So actuality, y'all better wake up. Y'all better call Abbott, tell him where you stand. If they come to my property, I'll take the chance of going to jail to defend my property. Period. Looting and stealing, well, we'll get a bunch of these patriots out here to help walk the line and help the police out here. We don't have much of a police department out here. You think the police department out here is going to be able to handle that? No. They're going to need the American people out here. They're going to need those people to stand up with our law enforcement out here. So y'all better be standing with the law enforcement and supporting them. Even though you don't agree with some things they do or say, I don't. Stand with them. Because if you don't, it's going to come right to your door. Y'all be safe. God bless. Abbott, do the right thing. Love y'all. Be blessed.